Hello YouTube and welcome to a single battle I have for you guys today. This is actually a mono versus mono battle. It's mono ghost versus my mono water team, and it's a really good battle, so I hope you guys enjoy this battle and I'll just get straight into it. So I apologize if I sound really lispy because I bought this like cheapy plug-in microphone to plug into Kai's laptop because Kai's laptop's mic is so bad that I had to buy another one while my laptop's broken and still in repairs. So for some reason I always sound like down this mic, but hopefully you can still understand what I'm saying. So anyway, he's leading out with his Confronting, and I'm going to lead out with my Seaking, who's doing wonders for my mono water team right now. I'm going to go straight for a Waterfall just to see how much damage it does. This thing is usually a physical wall, and I did a decent amount, you know. I was pretty impressed. So he's going to go for that Trick Room as he always was going to, and I'm just going to swap out because I don't think that the king is... his time hasn't come yet. I need him to... So I'm going to swap into Lantern expecting like a Will-O-Wisp or something, but he goes for a Toxic and I'm like, nah, I'm cool with that. Normally I'd be bothered, but I got rid of my Parafuse set and bought a Heal Bell set instead, because... well, not many water types can learn Heal Bell, and Heal Bell is very useful for my team. So I sacked the Confuse Ray and got the Heal Bell. So I'm just going to go for that Heal Bell after taking some decent damage from Hex. I'm going to heal away my poisoning and get some leftovers as well. So I'm looking like a happy little Lantern. And yeah, things have been worse for Lantern, so that's cool. I'm going to swap out now in case he goes for another Toxic and go into Pointy Pete. Because for some reason some people are like, oh, you have Heal Bell? Let's continue to repeatedly Toxic you. And I'm just like, what's the point? So is gonna go for that Toxic, and I'm just like, lump. Pointy Pete says, no. You cannot Toxic a poison type. Pointy Pete is like 50% poison, 40% Pete, and 10% points. You know, you don't like Toxic Pointy Pete. So I'm gonna go for a taunt on this Dusk Noir that swapped in on me, and well, you know, Dusk Noir's kind of fucked after a taunt because it's got nothing it can really do apart from Shadow Sneak. Which does a decent amount. For some reason I stay in and go for a Poison Jab, and I'm like, why did I do that? Because it does diddly squid to this stuff, so it really doesn't do much at all, and pretty much his lefties healed the damage that I did. That's how pitiful it was. So I'm going to swap out Pointy Pete, since it's not his time to shine either, and go straight into my Alamola, who's going to wall this thing for days, and then he swaps out, and I'm like, haha, he knows the power of Wallamola. So I'm going to bring in... or he's going to bring in this Confronting Goose, and he's going to bring him straight in on a knockoff, which is just not what you want to do. And he's going to get that mummy and get rid of my regenerator, which is annoying for me, but yeah, I can deal with it. He's holding a deep sea scale. Does it like half his speed, like a power belt or power weight or something? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that scale thing was for. So he's going to go for a Toxic, and I'm like, why? You saw that I had Heal Bell. What's the point? You just... wasting turns for all of us here. So anyway, I'm gonna go for that knockoff. It lives on the tiniest bit of health, and I'm like, damn, this thing is so bulky. He's gonna go for that Destiny Bond, and I'm like, fuck, no Aquajets for me, because that's what I was planning on doing. So I'm just gonna swap out before the Toxic gets too much and go back into my Lantern to heal Bell up while he continues to spam Destiny Bond, hoping that I'll attack him. I'm going to get a little bit of lefties, which is kind of like free lefties that turn because they didn't really swap into an attack or anything. And I'm just going to go boop, Heal Bell, and heal up everybody's ass. So that's cool. I don't have to worry about no poisoning. And then he's like, boom, Toxic, and I'm like, I just healed myself. Can you not keep Toxicking me? So... I'm going to get my lefties recovery, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm fed up with this bullshit, so I'm going to just Volt Switch out of there and hope he doesn't Destiny Bond. Well, he can't Destiny Bond, but he's going to swap himself, expecting me to Heal Bell maybe, hoping for a free swap, and he goes into Driftbloom, and I'm like, lol, Volt Switched. So I'm going to go for that Volt Switch, and it's going to instantly like half HP it, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting that damage output from Lantern. I was expecting to do like a decent amount, but not that much. That's pretty impressive for a completely uninvested Lantern, and Volt Switch isn't that much base power either. Straight into the Scarf King with the Waterfall, and then boom, I popped that balloon with my horn, and that is the end of the Driftbloom. Can you actually pop a Driftbloom, do you think? Who knows? What's it filled with? Just curious. Anyway, in comes the Frostlass, and I'm able to just go for another Waterfall. I wasn't sure if I was going to outspeed this thing, and I get a flinch as well on like Scarf Seaking. You are so beautiful. So he's going to swap out because he doesn't want to lose his Frostlass. And He's going to swap into this thing as death fodder really, and I'm just going to go for the Waterfall. He's going to mummy me again, but Lightning Rod is only going to be useful against probably the Driftbloom. That's probably the only thing that had Thunderbolt on the whole team, and yeah, that thing died, so didn't have to worry about that really. So, and now a Mummalicious Seaking. He's going to swap into the Frostlass, which I kind of wouldn't have done. I just swapped into Dust Noir to wall the Waterfall. But he swaps into his Frostlass, sacks the Frostlass. God, that's a tongue twister. And the Frostlass is down. Now he swaps into that Dust Noir that I've been fearing, and he frisks out my Choice Scarf. Surprise! If like they didn't already know that that's what I was holding. So I'm going to go into Pointy Pete now, get that nasty little Intimidate drop off, and try and go for some taunts to wreck this Dust Noir. And then his belly like opens up and it fires these weird purple things at me, which is going to burn me, and that really sucks. So he's going to get some lefties recovery there, and I'm just going to take that burn damage for days, and it really kind of sucks. So I'm going to go for a taunt, just so this thing can't do much else. No pain splits, none of that nasty stuff. No confuse rays, which is what he tried to do. See, people say that my Parafuse Lantern was cheap. I never used the two together unless I was against something like a Mega Mawile. And then everyone else has like Burn Infuse, Attract Infuse. Isn't that worse? So anyway, he's going to swap into his Burnett now, and for some dumb reason I give a Poison Jab. If only I went for a taunt. If I went for a taunt on the swap, that could have been so majestically beautiful. It would have been better than Xerneas using Geomancy. So this Burnett is obviously going to Mega with his ass and go for, I don't know what this thing's got. Pranks the Will-O-Wisp, pranks the Confuse Rays. I'm already burned, so I don't know. I went for Destiny Bond just in case it went for like a Phantom Force or something. But no, it's going to go for that Confuse Ray. And I'm like, no, Pointy Pete, don't look into light. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. And he's going to take some burn damage there, and that is going to like get you down to 38 health. He's going to swap out the Burnett. I think he's just trying to stall out my burn damage here by swapping around. And he's going to frisk out my Sash. Pointy Pete's going to get confused by those ducks and just hit himself in the face. I mean, ducks are just not a fish's best friend. And speaking of fishes, Pointy Pete is swimming with them, and that is the end of the Quillfish. And oh, it's just sad to see him go. His death animation is so depressing to watch. So now I'm going to swap into Nibble here, who's just going to like wreck shit for days with Crunch, and he's going to crunch that thing and do a huge amount of damage to it. He's going to go for Confuse Ray. It's on like the tiniest bit of health, and I'm like, please, don't let the ducks claim you as well. It's like, no, please don't. So I'm kind of scared of these like ducks. I'm not sure about the Confuse Ray like ratio, like how likely you are to hit yourself in confusion, but I wasn't going to risk no shit. I'd already lost one to the duck damage. I didn't want to lose another one, so I'm going to swap into Seaking. I was like, Seaking can do some work, and boom, a pain split, and I was like, wow, really? One does not share their pain with the king. The king puts everyone else in pain. That's how it works. So anyway, he's got like full HP now, and I'm just going to go for some Waterfalls to try and see how much damage I can do. And I get it in yellows, and I was like, you know what, that isn't bad. And he opens his belly up and fires more disgusting burny things at me, and the king is burned, which is not good. I used to have Facade on my Seaking instead of Waterfall, but that kind of, I don't know, didn't really work. So I got rid of it. I've had so many different Seaking sets, but Scarf Seaking is definitely the way forward. I'm just going to stay in. I didn't think Seaking was worth like saving at this point. I know that's kind of blasphemous to say, but still. Anyway, he's going to go for Confuse Ray, and the ducks may just claim another. He's going to get some lefties recovery there. I'm going to take that residual burn damage, and what else is happening now? He's going to Shadow Sneak me. Oh no, I'm not sure if that's going to kill me. Oh, I just lived, 25 health. No king. Don't look at the ducks, they're not your friends. Don't try to play with it. Oh. And that is it. Ducks are dangerous. So the king has gone below to the watery depths to join Pointy Pete in the, lonely abyss of death. So in comes Sharpedo, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, I've had enough of your shit. I'm just going to crunch your face off and avenge the king. So that is one crunched off-faced Dusk Noir, and it's gone down to the depths. But it's not going to beat Pointy Pete, because Pointy Pete just doesn't want none of his shit. Anyway, in comes the Burnett. I almost forgot how to pronounce that thing then. The But now I'm going to go for Protect, just in case it's got Thunder Wave. I'm not sure if it has or not, but it's just got Confuse Ray, so it's going to go for Practice Confuse Ray. This guy really likes his ducks, just saying, and he's going to go for that Confuse Ray again. And I'm just like, come on, Sharpedo. I've lost 2 to the ducks today, please. Please don't hit yourself. Please. Just this once. And I get through and I go for the crunch and I'm like, yes! The ducks shall not take 3 of my team. So I'm going to crunch that thing, one-shot it, which is beautiful. That's a horrible threat out of the way. And I think there's only one Pokemon left, and that's Chandelura. And it's kind of scary, but at the same time I'm sashed and I break out of my confusion. And I'm just going to one-shot that thing with Waterfall, so that really wasn't a threat at all, and that is the end of the battle, I think. It was a really, really good battle, really well played. Confusion hacks were unreal, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'd like to see you around soon. And thanks to everyone who turned up to my live stream as well. Goodbye!